one thing that I want to bring up is in that Royal Rumble you were in, your butler Lamont comes in. He's got the afro on, and then Chris Benoit is eliminating him, but he somehow like the wig comes off in his hand, and he eliminates the wig.
I forgot about this right there now. Now, let me tell you this right here. Vince McMahon used to like me. I knew he did because I could go talk to Vince, and he was really nice and open to me. It's not Vince that was the problem. It's everybody else that kisses his ass around in the back, were kissing his ass in the back. Those was the one, oh, I need to report this. I need to report that. But Vince and I used to go, and from day one, Vince was always open to me. Hey, come in, sit down. Even when they told me they was not going to renew my contract, and they say, hey, we don't think we're going to renew your contract, I went in there and asked Vince why. I said, Vince, can I talk to you? He said, yeah, come in. Put a chair down right in front of me. He said, here, sit down. And I said, so what's the deal? And he said, well, you know, the writer said that they can't write for you, and they don't know how to write. I said, you mean to tell me you think the writers can't write for Ernest the Cat Miller? He said, well, that's what they say, and I really like you, and I don't want to, they feel I'm showing favoritism if I go to fight for you and they release everybody else. And so I said, okay, I shook her hand and left. But then a mark on me before then, if you go back, was the Royal Rumble. I thought for sure they were going to do something with me. I did exactly what they told me to do. They said, go out to the ring, dance, entertain the crowd, and then you're going to get thrown out. That's your spot. Not to go out and throw these hits that you could throw. No, just go out and do this. And so I went out and did it. I didn't like how they made a mockery of the position that Lamont was in with the fake afro and all that stuff. But, you know, I went out and I did exactly what Vince McMahon asked me to do. I danced, boom, they threw me out the ring and the crowd popped. They was entertained, you know, and I did what the crowd did. He asked me to do. I was entertaining. And when I came back through, Chris Tanya, who didn't like the situation that he was in, because Vince didn't treat him with no respect. When I came back through, rest in peace, Chris. When I came back through the back from the ring after the Royal Rumble, Chris looked at me. He was like, he said, hey. I said, what? He said, I just want to let you know, Vince popped on everything you did out there. That he was sitting at the front table. Soon you walk through the curtain, you look through there, he's right there. He said, Vince laughed at everything you were doing out there. He popped huge. I walked through. I was like, oh, okay, so I guess I did what they wanted me to do. He said, yeah. Then on Monday night, they had me come on and slide in the ring and clear the whole ring out. It was the Monday after the Rumble. Pop big again. And then Hugh Morrison, who was angry at everybody, walked down the hall. Hugh Morrison said, bro, you can get over if they really wanted to get you over. He said, Cat, it ain't what you do. You just had the biggest pop on Royal Rumble, and now they're not putting you in the match. They just got you going out doing this. He said, these guys don't know what the hell they're doing. He just said, they don't want to get us over. They brought us here just as some kind of patchwork for the contract that they did to buy WCW. So he said, they don't want to get you over. He said, bro, if they want to get you over, they got a stock over. You think if they can get a stock over, they can get a human. That's what Hugh Morris told me. And when Hugh Morris told me that, and think about this, I was still new to the business. You know, I know I was in WCW for 4 or 5 years, but that's early, man. 4 or 5 years in the business, people still on the indie circuit. They still doing that. Remember what they did with Goldberg, you know, the first time around. But the only thing I really appreciate, man, Vince gave me an opportunity. He gave me a chance to be there. And you know what? I'm not mad or angry at what happened when I was there. I really respect the fact that he gave me an opportunity to work for him. And that's what I cherish most, that I've worked with WWE.
This might be a controversial question. If it wasn't Vince was a supporter of yours, so was there anybody else that you could pinpoint that wasn't a supporter of yours in the office?
When?
Sorry, WWE, 2004.
Oh, in WWE. Okay, I thought you were Vince Russo.
No.
No one ever came to me and said, nobody ever came to me and say, you can't make it. But you can feel it. You can feel they didn't. That's not the way they worked up there. They didn't do anything to make you feel bad. Because in that case, Triple H was always supportive. Vince was always supportive. And I'm not saying they had bad guys up there looking to do bad things. It was something I had to do myself. It wasn't a position like it was in WCW when I was able to have a bunch of friends that helped me through situation where you can go to Sid Vicious or Booker T and those guys and say, hey, how do you do this? And they gave you the courage and the support to be able to do it. Along with those that worked against you too. But up there, it's like, for instance, they didn't sit around in a hall and talk. They didn't go to catering and have play cards, It was like work up there. So I don't think anybody had anything against me.